schedule, procedure for admission. They have a percentage for educationally disadvantaged state. They have a percentage for the host state. They have a percentage for catchment state of a university. So we try as much as possible to give those guidelines to the deans, who are the implementers of these things mainly. And it's on the basis of that the first list was hatched. And right now we are expecting the second list, which we are working on. And I'm sure very soon that list will still come out.
Let's look at still on that aspect. I remember in an interaction we had sometimes in the studio, you spoke about the university making efforts to maybe appeal to NUC to increase the quota of admission for this year. Any positive results yet?
Yeah, I met the registrar of JAM, and as a follow-up to our letter, because the last letter we got from them was 7,840, and we complained, and now they have jacked it up to about 9,000 with the attrition and other things. I think we may end up with 10,000.
Do we have adequate facilities for 10,000 students on Unilorin?
Yes, I think over the years, especially the last 12 months, we have increased our capacity, our facilities in terms of more lecture theaters being built. We have more offices for our staff. We also have more laboratories to accommodate the teeming number of students that will be coming, especially the science-based students. Also, quite a number of lecture halls have been built. So with all those increased facilities, I hope, I have faith in mind that we should be able to accommodate the staff, the number of students that we are admitting. Also, there are quite two big lecture theaters that is ongoing. I'm sure in the next 2 months they will be ready for usage. So I have a feeling that yes, Unilorin has enough facilities to accommodate.
Those lecture theaters, they are like last best. That's the way I'll describe it, because you've been seeing other lecture theaters, and then we've seen these recent ones that are in progress, and you get marveled by every facility that is in this. And then, okay, you like to add something to that?
Yeah, just as a follow-up to that, even the former lecture theaters that we have embarked on program to upgrade them. So they are now being brought up to the level of the new ones that we are building. We have fortified them with air conditioners, with ICT facilities, and audio facilities. So it doesn't matter which of the lecture theaters you'll be having your lectures in. Just make sure
you'll be comfortable.
You'll be comfortable, yeah.
Still on that aspect of lecture theaters and this thing, we've had a number of buildings that are built earlier, way before your administration. A number of them weren't air conditioned, because I see that the trend now. Just a few days ago, I was passing through new science faculty, phase 4 and 5, and I was marveled that even before this building is launched for use, ACs are produced. And then a number of faculties, look at faculty of CIS, for instance, the new faculty of education as well. A number of other faculties are clamoring that our offices need to be more conducive. We want air conditioners. What's the drive? What's in the line for these faculties?
It's between chicken and egg, which one comes first. And we are all here because of students, and I feel we should take care of the students first, both especially the environment under where they study. So once we finish with the lecture theaters, lecture halls, auditorium, multi-purpose, and they are all very conducive, then we'll look back to the staff and then make them, very comfortable as well. But not too comfortable as not to want to get out of
the office. But then, as we move on,
yes.
I remember that at inception, sometimes October 16, 2012, you promised that before you round off, you would just yesterday. You were 3 years yesterday. Congratulations!
Thank you, thank you.
You promised that you were going to make sure that all classrooms, both new ones and old ones, are ICT equipped. At what level is this now?
Well, we have started, but as you know, when you are bringing change, it has to be gradual. The ICT is going to be used by people, so you need to, increase their capacity to use those facilities. So the next line of action is to go on through the ICT, world and increase the level of compliance by everybody. We need to teach our students, how to access and use their, PC tablets, in the lecture theaters. We have to increase our capacity, especially the staff, who are going to be the driver of the technology, So we are going to, start a massive drive towards, interacting with our staff so that we can, increase their skills in terms of ICT in the classroom.
Okay, still talking in terms of admission, there are cases where students are given, Christians, for instance, are given courses in Islam, like Islamic studies, to study in University of Unilorin, and also vice versa for the other way. So what happens, I want you to speak in cases whereby students apply for a particular course, this is what I want to study, and then eventually they're given something else to study.
Good. That's a very good question. For every program, we have the current capacity for that program. For example, MBBS, you cannot take more than maybe 200 or 250, and you have close to 1,000 students applying. So you have other courses that are less patronized. So, which means when you have those 1,000 applicants, you screen them, and then you take the best 200. Then the backlog, you now give those students the opportunity to, mingle to the new program. That's better than denying them access to education completely. And along the way, the new courses given to some of them, after 1 year, they get, in love with it, and they go on and, complete the program with an impressive class of degree. So that's why sometimes you have to give people the option. And the option giving is not forcing, we are not forcing it down their throat. That's why the normal thing University of Unilorin does is to release the list, based on programs, and then to even ask people to accept with the token. So that shows that, look, all right, it's a voluntary kind of thing, so that shows...
there are some compulsory voluntary acts. If you would agree with me, you'll be looking for admission for over 3 years. And you want to study MBBS, for instance, and you were given, I don't want to grade any course, you were given a particular course that you never thought of having in your life, you would accept.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes, because that's destiny.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you're speaking with the #1 citizen of this great institution. Don't forget, you can go on Twitter and follow us. That is at Unilorin89.3tv, and follow the hashtag #TalkToTheVC. Now, let me also do a quick follow-up. Now, you spoke on carrying capacity. Now, you also said we have been increased to 10,000 to me. Now, is it a case of Unilorin being favored, or all other universities too? Or it's just Unilorin?
Everyone to himself. You know, so as the Unilorin is my responsibility, and I have to pursue the interests of the University of Ilorin. I'm sure that question will be better put to the registrar of JAM, because when I go to the registrar, I just concentrate on Unilorin, and then I get the best out of it.
And sincerely, I'm sure a lot of the candidates would appreciate these efforts. Even that's why we're here again, giving them this opportunity to know that Professor Ambali has gone an extra mile to make sure that they get admission into the University of Ilorin. We say thank you on behalf of the candidates. Let's get back to the 40 years anniversary. This is a major stake in our life. Sometimes ago I was interacting with someone and it was like, oh, we're celebrating 40 as if we're celebrating 50. And I told the person verbally that every year is worth celebrating in the University of Ilorin. The fact that the last time we went on strike, I can't remember, is worth celebrating itself. So let's look at 40 years on. What's the magic behind this whole success story the University of Ilorin has recorded?
Well, I think the commitment of staff and the new agenda drawn up by staff, that look, we have come a long way, and this is what we want the university where I work to be. And the majority of people have come to terms with a smooth, trouble-free academic calendar, and everybody is